Long, long ago, in a faraway land, was a land known to no one, no life force, no anything, until 4 people on a quest for knowledge and wisdom of who they are, and what their life meant, decided to make that land their home. Their names were Germaine and Ashley Star, and Gary and Kayla Hermit, that recently married with carrying only everything they own on their backs. They were from a very sacred land of Sacred Heart, and wanted to know what it was like to live a life outside of that land. So, they built a small town in that unknown land, starting a family and building from the ground up, with what little they had for resources. The land was quite big, and because it was so few of them, they only utilized a small portion of that space, dreaming of the day they could grow their home into a place everyone wanted to live. The families of 2 grew to a family of 7, with the 2 having 5 boys, Aries, Taurus, Leo, Uranus, and Pluto being the sons of Germaine and Ashley Star. They all had different responsibilities, with Aries being the most responsible one since he was the oldest. The parents, Germaine and Ashley, were very curious people and discovered that during their quest for knowledge that they were from a specific soul family. They are from Soul Family 6. Very caring and nurturing people, along with Gary and Kayla Hermit, that are also from Soul Family 6 and loved their home and family deeply. They all were very generous with other lands. Even with the limited resources they had, they learned of their soul path right before discovering and naming their land. The Land of Taroc, from their teacher Archangel Michael, who was a spiritual being, teacher, and now their new guardian, that approached them right before naming the land to remind them of who they are and what they were chosen to do and why. He reminded them of what happened right before leaving the Sacred Land of Harts, with them taking on human form, and how they may forget pieces of who they are the longer they are human, and that they were to start a family, which they already have because of their nurturing spirit and caring souls, and also to build a home of their own in a land of rich soul, because that land would become a great nation one day. Germaine and Ashley gave up their names, and so did Gary and Kayla, to raise their family of boys and girls. Aries, the oldest son, had a heart full of passion, was fearless, and a natural-born leader. Taurus loved finer things and beauty, but was very practical and dependable when you needed him to be. Leo was fierce and confident like his brother Aries, but loved living his life to the fullest, instead just living and being in charge at home. Uranus was the thinker and innovator of the family, always thinking of a more simpler way to do things for the benefit of self and others. And Pluto was the mysterious child, and the youngest. He's very compassionate and empathetic towards others despite the mystery. In another city, in the Land of Taroc, was Gary and Kayla Hermit, and they had 5 girls, the same age as Aries, Taurus, Leo, Uranus, and Pluto. Their names were Saggy, April, August, Venus, and June. Their parents, Gary and Kayla Hermit, were very quiet and also good friends from the Sacred Land of Harts, that also married the same day as Germaine and Ashley on their quest. They often visited in each family's town to help their children grow and evolve from one another. The parents of each family learned from each other as well, and the families became closer. Since there were more families migrating from the Sacred Land of Harts from Soul Family 6, they all migrated to the Land of Taroc to be with their soul group. There were also other lands among them that had other soul families migrate, but they lived different from Soul Family 6, but sacred just the same. One night, while everyone was asleep, Ashley received a message to prepare her family for great destruction to come across the land in waves from an angelic being. It was to happen in series over time, and to prepare her family and the town for it as much as possible and as soon as possible. During this same time, Aries and Saggy were courting, and he asked for her hand in marriage, and she happily replied yes. Ashley held off on telling her boys right away what happened because of Aries' great news to wed, but she shared the news with Germaine, and they planned accordingly without revealing a lot to the boys about what was going to happen in an unknown time. Because there were so many people in the land now, a certain order and laws had to be put in place, especially with the news Ashley received from the angelic being. After the wedding ceremony for Aries and Saggy, another ceremony took place crowning them the Emperor and Empress of the land, the authority figures who would be in control of people out of order and lay down the law in the Land of Taroc. Germaine passed his crown to their oldest son, Aries. Ashley passed her crown to Saggy, Aries' new wife. Later that year, Taurus asked April to marry him. She happily said yes. They had been courting as long as Aries and Saggy and loved one another very much, so within the week, they too were married and crowned to their own town in the Land of Taroc, called the Land of Coins, where they created the life they wanted, but still preparing for a destruction that wasn't visible to the naked eye, and one they still weren't told about.